Peace and love eternal to the guys. What it do, True Crew? Salute to all of the guys squad. What's shaking? What's popping? This is just getting ready to be, I don't know, a message. I'm getting these channel messages from the Most High, and it's kind of could relate to tarot land, could relate to readers in general, okay, spiritualists in general, okay. This is like why you want to be careful when it comes to reading other people. That's crazy. My frankincense is kicking off so much soot, okay, which let me know it's some shit in the air. There's some shit in the game, okay. This energy that I'm picking up on, be careful that you're not utilizing what the divine is doing for someone else in someone's situation. Make sure you're not using that for a come up or for clout or to be seen. Because we on here, we doing these readings. It looks real cool, right? Especially if you love cards. Especially if you love pretty pictures. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just hopped on here because they figure, oh, it's a way to get donations. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some people is just in it for the money, or this is how they make their living, right? But we're running into an issue where there seems to be no regard for the Holy Spirit. There seems to be a lack of respect. Okay, it's like almost like, you know how like your mama, your big mama have to come through and check you on something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been just so accustomed to them doing this for you, doing that for you, cooking this for you, cooking that for you, to almost like to where you like grow this sense of entitlement, or you come to expect it. Yeah, somebody don't want me to say this, right? Those chakras going crazy. There's this energy of like, okay, now hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not your servant. You know, I'm not your slave. Or like, hold on, some respect this dude, young lady. You know what I'm saying? Young sir. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. So this is a G check. So it's a spiritual G check regarding readers. Because we're seeing it on here a lot. Here's the issue. Here's what's happening. Okay, we have truth speakers, we have seers and real truth speakers on these platforms that are being blocked. Their messages are being shadow banned. Okay, the high-ranking witches and warlocks and their families, or the handlers and their families, are doing work on their platforms to try to keep them from being seen. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to keep from being exposed. You hear the knocks on my fridge? Did you hear the knocks on my fridge? Okay. Yes. And so God's calling it out. Flag on the play. Because this ain't cool. Because then what happens is people will hop on these platforms doing tarot and all like this, and for one, it's like there's this push of karmic readings. If you're not paying attention, algorithms are pushing karmic ass energy. They want us to stay addicted to the drama. If you're not careful with tarot, it's addictive anyway. Okay? You gotta be careful with the devil you dancing with. Okay? Because tarot could become addictive. A lot of us been watching tarot ever since we seen tarot readings, or whatever the case is. You gotta be careful taking readings on as truth, or those words on as truth, because then those words can magically begin to shape your reality or shape your atmosphere, or all of this shit you was just agreeing to. It may not even be your situation, but if you're watching the readings and all of a sudden you're agreeing to this information, all of a sudden you could be seeing things change in your own situation. This ain't no fucking, they market this shit like a game, almost like how they do the Ouija board, okay? But this shit ain't no game. This shit can alter your physical reality, okay? There's that. But as far as readers go, so you got real truth seekers, you got real truth speakers and truth seers on these platforms, and we're being blocked, we're being shadow banned. You got the higher ups and handlers around us in our environment blocking, doing magic to block, trying to block us from being seen, because they don't want the public waking up, and they don't want what they're doing in the background to be exposed, okay? And so you got truth seers and you got truth speakers that is, we are literally putting our lives on the line to come bring downloads, to come bring information. We get spiritually attacked behind the scenes, okay? And they try to make these spiritual attacks as physical as they can. You see what I'm saying? Some of us have really some of us really got came at. Some of us really got came at. Some of us really was being put away. Some of us really got dragged off the sideboards, in my case. Some of us went through real shit. Some of us really go through this gang stalking shit. Some of us really got motherfuckers following us out here. Some of us really got motherfuckers laying energetic traps everywhere we fucking go. Okay? Some of us have motherfuckers that is really, really after us just cause we spoke the truth and they didn't fucking like it. Really trying to intimidate us and scare us or put fear in us and make us shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Threats on our life actively. Right? Some of us is really going through this shit out here. And so it's a disrespect. It's a disrespect to the Holy Spirit that sent us and put us in place to speak the truth. Okay? It is a disrespect to spirit. If you hopping online, because what's happening, not only are they putting out like just karmic readings, nothing's for the elevation of the spirit. You're just reading the energy as is. There is a lack of like genuine advice and behind how to handle a situation or how to fix a situation. Some of them is just reading that shit and saying, okay, I hope that this was helpful in some way. I hope this provided you some clarity in some way. Now, clarity is like, okay, this is going on, but how do I fix it? You know what I'm saying? What do I do to fix it? To stop it? To, you know what I'm saying? There's a lack of actual genuine advice. And this is going to be the distinction between who is the true truth speaker or the true prophet or the true reader, and who is just karmic and fake, or just hopping on here and just they're pushing the drama and getting their followers addicted to just the drama aspect of what's going on. Okay? God is also saying flag on the play, because there are readers that will see the true readers. There are people that do readings. They will see the true reader, the true prophet. They will see or catch a reading of the true truth speaker, and either they begin mad at their gifts or how tapped in they are, or they mad that the true speaker is getting access to information that they aren't, or I don't know what the fuck that is. But there ain't supposed to be no envy or no jealousy with this shit. And if there is, there needs to be an immediate G-check. Okay, because you're going dark. You know what I'm saying? You're going rogue. That's like going against spirit instead of going with spirit. Okay? There ain't supposed to be no deadly sins. How are you over here trying to help somebody on online platform, but you giving in the deadly sin, and You being led astray yourself, which means you leading all your followers astray too. Like, flag on the play. Okay? But they will see a true truth speaker. And what'll happen is they'll pull cards on that reader, on that truth speaker. They'll pull cards. They'll get bits and pieces of the person's story. Or they'll watch their readings that they do to tap into their energy and get bits and pieces of their story. And what'll happen is that they'll take those bits and pieces of that person's story, and they'll be like, oh, I got downloads, I got this and I got that, and they'll put it out there like it's a general message for their collective, but it's a piece of a story that they got from a truth speaker, or it's something that they got out of a reading as it pertains to the reader that they saw or was watching. You see what I'm saying? And doing readings on it and putting it out there as a collective message. This is dangerous. Again, we go through dangerous things. We are walking a dangerous line every day. To be putting some of the things that happen to us out here for a collective to view, and then because just a small portion of what was said might resonate with what they feel like could be happening to them, they're taking on the whole message as truth. This is how gang stalking grows. So now the general public is being gang stalked, okay? Or they're experiencing chaos magic and crazy accidents and things popping up in their reality because they are taking some crazy shit that is just happening to a certain truth seeker or a certain truth speaker. They are taking it on as theirs. And so now it's happening in reality. It's happening in their reality. Those incidents, those accidents, those, the chaos magic, the dark magic that's been happening is popping up in their reality because they claim the reading is theirs. You see what I'm saying? It's fucking dangerous. It's dangerous out here. Okay? Not only that, right? That's big. But not only that. Not only is that dangerous, right? So not only is a reader not only are they breaking spiritual law, because you're not supposed to be reading on somebody that didn't ask you to read for them and didn't want to be read. You're not supposed to be digging into their energy like that. That's a betrayal to the Holy Spirit and what the Holy Spirit got going on with them. You taking something private from their private relationship with God and you going and blasting it to the collective for clout and views. Do you see how God is like, you know what I'm saying? Disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Not only is there that, right? If they taking bits and pieces of what a real truth speaker and what a real truth speaker or a real truth seer is saying, a real prophet and prophetess is saying, and then they are doing readings on that, they aren't focusing on the solution that the truth seer or the truth speaker has. Ain't no genuine advice coming with it. There's nothing about how to problem solve or fix said situation. It's just the drama and the entertainment behind what's actually happening. And they're putting this story out here, and it's making people addicted to them or the readings that they're doing because the story's fantastic. So people, you know what I'm saying? It's action packed. There's a whole bunch of shit going on. Truth is stranger than fiction. That whole type of deal. And so So now their collective is becoming addicted to watching the readings, right? But they're claiming the readings is theirs. They're claiming somebody else's narrative, bits and pieces of somebody else's story. Bits and pieces of somebody else's story. What's a story? I don't know what that is. They're claiming bits and pieces of someone else's story as theirs. You see what I'm saying? And the reader is just getting the public recognition or the clout or for telling the story, right? But since when does a narrator, because that's what you're doing if you're telling the story, since when does a narrator get the clout and get the public recognition for a situation or for the story more than the main character or the main person that the story is actually happening to? This is like stealing somebody else's narrative, and then you're narrating the story and you're putting the story out here. Now you're getting the clout and the public recognition for what actually happens to divine feminine or divine masculine. You getting the clout for what happened to them more than they are. They're putting out their own narrative and it's being hidden. It's being shadow banned. It's not being seen. They're not even getting recognized for their own story. How they transmuted their own pain. They're not getting looked at for that at all. But you're getting clout and public recognition and getting paid off of somebody else's narrative, and you're just a fucking narrator. And now isn't you putting yourself in a spiritually compromising position? Okay? As the reader, as the one telling the story, you putting yourself in jeopardy spiritually, because you read somebody that didn't ask you to read them, or you digging into a story that they didn't ask you to dig into, and then you taking it like it's yours to share, and it's not. And now your collective that's claiming those bits and pieces of the story, they are opening themselves up, and they're making agreement with the danger that somebody else experienced. Bro. People don't understand. Okay? People don't understand. They're putting their own collective in danger. They're putting themselves in danger too. Like, they opening themselves up too. Because if you do that, the demonic forces are wondering, what else would you do? What else would you do for clout or attention? You know what I'm saying? Now, you put yourself in danger for other things. The higher ups know, oh, we can just offer them a little something. They'll sell this one out. They'll sell this one out as long as we make sure they're being seen. Compromising your own soul and your own spiritual integrity. But the real issue is you're robbing God of the chance to get the glory out of what they were doing for the truth speaker. You're robbing the true divine feminine, the true divine masculine, okay? And you're robbing God of what? You're robbing God of the chance or the opportunity to get the glory out of their story, because you're stealing it. And you pushing it all over Tarot Land. You pushing it out here on these platforms. And you doing this shit just for clout, just for money, just for superficial ass shit. Bro, you know what I'm saying? They ain't thinking about it like that. This is like literally trying to rob. This is literally like robbing God of getting the chance to get the glory out of the situation. I don't know. God want me to pull cards on it. I'm gonna go ahead and see if some cards hit the table. But you see the EMF going crazy, right? This is literally like robbing God of his opportunity. This is like trying to steal the glory from God. God haven't even had the opportunity to put divine feminine and divine masculine in position yet. Because they constantly got people in their energy trying to steal their position. Steal their destiny because they want the position. They want that clout. They want that public recognition. But they ain't want to go through the gang stalking and the bullshit. They ain't want to go through the gang stalking. They didn't want to have people poisoning them and trying to make them sick in the background. And you know what I'm saying? The real horrible, awful that the real chosen really went through. They just want where God is going to place them at in the end. Yeah, some bullshit in the game, bro. Holy Spirit, holy angels. So a lot of readers is being sat down, or a lot of these people, they about to experience karmic justice. Okay? And that's dangerous. Even as the reader that is still in the story, this shit is dangerous for them because there's real high-ranking dark magicians, black magic folks, motherfuckers doing high magic, black magic, death magic, blood magic. They are doing this shit on the real chosen one. You know what I'm saying? They are doing that shit. They are literally trying to take the true chosen one out. So for the karmic reader to come and open up that energy and pulling in that energy and trying to steal this narrative, okay? They are putting in their self in frequency alignment with the black magic sorcerer, sorceress, the evil witch and the warlock that's attacking the chosen one. They're putting their self in the physical frequency alignment with the people that's trying to take the chosen ones out. So that means some of the energy that they was throwing at the chosen one now has the ability to hit them because they put their self in the chosen one's energy and they put their self in frequency alignment for what the evildoer which a warlock is trying to do to the chosen one. They getting hit. They about to get hit energetically with shit that wasn't even meant for them. All because they wanted some fucking clout or something. Bro, this shit deeper than rap, y'all. This shit just deeper than tarot, bro. This shit deeper than just telling a little story. This shit deeper than trying to just get some views online. This shit deeper than that, bro. This shit way deeper than motherfuckers ever think it was. They open themselves up to get gang stalked and shit. They put themselves on an evildoer's radar. Like, oh, we found another one with spiritual gifts, but they using these spiritual gifts for bad. So that means we could attack them too. This how the wicked witches and warlocks looking at it. Oh, so it's other readers and other gifted people that's in the chosen one's energy trying to steal their narrative or trying to take their gifts. They going about shit all the wrong way, or they using gifts for bad. So we could actually attack them free and clear. You know what I'm saying? Or we can get them to do our bidding. They not understanding that this karmic readers is getting hit. Some of them is getting hit. Some of these karmic readers is getting hit. There's divine judgment going on at this time, but there is like God is saying they did it to themselves. Cause ain't nobody tell you to put yourself in the other person's energy and open yourself up to. You don't know how many different groups, orders, covens is attacking this person. but you see that they're gifted, or you see where God gonna have them at in the end, and you just want the piece of that. You don't know that you opened yourself up to this game stalking, you being followed, your kids being followed now, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Danger. You know what I'm saying? Danger. You know what I'm saying? That's Danger by Mystical, by the way. Yeah, this mystical shit is dangerous, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You opened up Pandora's box. Bro, watch part 1. Watch part 1 of that message. What was it called? Them coming at the chosen ones. Them coming at the chosen ones is what kicks off the apocalypse. Okay? Or whatever it is I titled that reading. Them coming at the chosen ones kick off the apocalypse. Okay? Holy Spirit, is there anything you want to put on it? Okay, there's the Holy Spirit right here. This all people know is that this all they know is that the chosen ones ends up with the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups at the end. This is all that people know. Okay? They don't know the hell we had to traverse to get to it. Okay? They don't know about the danger our lives was fucking put in. You see what I'm saying? Look! 4 of Wands. Death. God had something special for them. Holy Spirit has something special for these readers. But this is like not wanting what God has for you and being hypnotized and stuck on what it is God is trying to do for someone else. In the end, you lose it all. 5 of Pentacles. Death card. A lot of these readers, they've been living in a lap of luxury and shit, and all the love they were getting online, that shit about to be over with. The money, the love they were getting online, some of them, if they were in happy relationships, that may very well end as well, because you have these wicked witches and warlocks that's been attacking the chosen ones, the truth speakers. They've been not wanting us to have love. They've been attacking the fuck out our love life. And so you're getting in their energy by the karmic reader deciding to read the chosen one. Okay? And get in their energy and play in their energy and mimic their energy and steal the narrative and all like this and all like that. By them deciding to do that, they're not realizing they're opening themselves up to the energy that these wicked witches and warlocks and covens is attacking the chosen ones with. So if you had a true love thing and now you go playing around in the chosen one's energy, your love life could very well take a hit, because you the one, it's like they the one put themselves on the frequency vibration of the evil doing witch and warlock in the back. You don't know how many people is in the chosen one energy playing around. You just opened yourself up to tens of thousands of motherfuckers that's trying to take the chosen ones down. That's trying to end love for the chosen one. That's trying to block the chosen one from reaching the finish line. They want the chosen one to be broke. They don't want the chosen one to have anything. And they want the chosen one locked out from their destiny. They want the chosen one homeless on the street. You open yourself. They opening themselves, they children, they opening themselves up for that by playing in the chosen one's energy. They have no idea just how many motherfuckers is really coming after the divine being, bro. And yet they in their energy, stealing the little narrative just for a little clout and shit online. They have no idea what they just did. 5 of Swords. Now people messing with their kids at school. Yeah, backstab, betrayal, they kids being followed, or people playing mental mind games with their children. This is the same mind games that they be trying to play with the chosen ones. You not understand? They open themselves up for that. They put themselves in energetic alignment with that shit that these wicked witches and warlocks is doing to the truth speaker in the background. It's like God, like, yeah, it's a respect thing. Yes, you trying. You don't realize that you're taking the opportunity for me to get the glory out of their situation and yours. You know what I'm saying? But this is God trying to still protect them at the same time. This God's still trying to protect them at the same time. They don't know how dangerous this shit. This shit is dangerous. Our lives is on the line. This shit is dangerous. They don't know that they putting themselves in alignment for this, for that energy. Like somebody not thinking about the shit like that, or somebody's not thinking about this shit 360. They not thinking about it. They only see the clout. They only see all the love the chosen one should be getting. They only see the fact that they want to be famous. They want to go viral. They only seeing the clout. They only seeing the public recognition. That's all they want. That's all they want is the public recognition. What about God getting the glory? Bro, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is wild. Anything else you got to say about it, God? Yeah. Literally. This is literally them trying to steal the public recognition a chosen one should be getting. That's all they were worried about. You sneaking into their energy to try to get the love and the public recognition they're getting. That shit's over with. Death card. Look, here's a devil. Didn't I say they trying to get people addicted to that narrative so they keep coming back to watch? You see what I'm saying? Chariot. Didn't I say that? They didn't realize they put themselves in a contract with the devil by doing that shit too. Some of them know and some of them didn't. But it's getting messed up either way here, bro. Look at that shit. Half the deck was about to fly out my hand. The Hermit. Things that they did or got away with in the past could now be being investigated or looked into now, too. Because they decided they wanted to investigate and play investigator in the chosen one's energy. So now shit that they thought was dead, over with, shit they long ago got away with, is now being looked at potentially and drudged back up. And they get caught up for some old shit. This is why their platform is no more or something. Or at least this has the ability to happen because they put in themselves on the energy. They put themselves in frequency alignment of the spiritual attack that's going on behind the chosen one that they don't know nothing about. They all of a sudden they did this shit to get a new opportunity or get their numbers up or get a bag, but now all hell is breaking loose. They open Pandora's box. This is crazy work. And if some official, let's say some official or some higher up approached the karmic reader and was like, hey, I want you to say this in the reading. I want you to do that in the reading. I want you to look into this person. I want you to read on this person's story. And next thing you know, your channel gonna blow up. You're gonna make so much money. Blah, 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 blah. Let's say they was propositioned in that manner. If they took it, bro, this was the only outcome there was ever gonna be. The higher up or whoever propositioned them already knew that this would be the outcome. They were using them. Because they're trying to get two birds with one stone. That's like trying to take down two chosen ones at once. You know what I'm saying? That's two birds, one stone right there. You know what I'm saying? You reading into their energy. You throwing stuff off energetically for them over there. But you put yourself in line for the evil I'm doing over there. So now I can take you out and them. It's a 2-for-1 special out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? They gonna realize if they got proposition like that this was gonna only be the only outcome. This was ever gonna be the only outcome. They were using them to betray the chosen one. So the only other outcome would be the burden of the betrayal. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They need to think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? They need to think a little bit about this shit. They need to think about that shit. If somebody proposition you about betraying somebody else, the only thing that you're going to be left standing with is the pain behind that betrayal or the burdens behind that betrayal. Or you open yourself up for betrayal you yourself. Because that's what makes the world go round. I mean, the energy you put out comes back. It goes back round. It's the energy you open up yourself to. It's open yourself up to a portal. You open yourself up to this energy they doing in the background. They weren't thinking, bro. Anything else you gotta say about this guy before I wrap it on up here? I mean, I feel like that's the message. It's gonna be a hard one for them to take. And they definitely didn't ever want somebody like me bringing the message. Because I'm one of the ones they doing this shit to in the first place. I got proof. We went from getting 2,000, we went from getting thousands of views to maybe 10, maybe 2. You know, okay? That's a real shadow ban. Okay, if they still got thousands and thousands of subscribers and getting thousands and thousands of views, and they on there talking about some they being shadow banned, no, they just in their shadow. That's it. They ain't being shadow banned worth of shit. They still getting thousands of views, and they still got thousands and thousands of subscribers and thousands of views. That's not shadow ban. Shadow ban is when you go from getting thousands and thousands, and they this bitch is kicking too much truth. Now she only getting 2 views. When it used to be 2,000, okay? That's a shadow ban, okay? Let's just keep it a buck out here. Or they was doing this shit for a buck. Now they losing money, okay? Now they penny pinching and what have you. Or they need to pull their energy back from doing this shit. They block themselves from their own destiny, trying to play with someone else's. You see what I'm saying? Factory. Yeah, 2 4s back to back. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Now they penny pinching. Now they low on energy. Now they penny pinching. Why you low on energy? Because you just opened yourself up. They are energetically attacked. If they are energetically attacking a truth speaker, they're trying to steal energy from that truth speaker, right? And if you read in their energy, they didn't ask you to read their energy. You're not protected while you're reading that energy. So you opened yourself up to the energy harvesting that they was trying to do to that chosen one that you didn't know was going on in the background. Now all of a sudden you drain, your pockets drained, you at the hospital, okay, you keep having to shell out money, or your kids at the hospital, or whatever's going on here. It's like, come on here, bro. You're not thinking. The energy gonna have to balance itself back out, and you just put your energy, you just put yourself in frequency alignment with what these evildoers is doing to the chosen one in the background. Which means you make yourself susceptible to whatever they're trying to do to that chosen one. The chosen one didn't ask you to read their energy, so you're not protected in their energy. So that means you're about to get the energetic hits from whatever energy they're trying to send to the chosen one. Now, that's what I'm saying, though. And it's really bad if you have children. It's not just you getting sick, it's your kids getting sick. It's not just you losing money. That's money that ultimately gets taken out your kids' mouths, okay? It's affecting them. The chosen one is being energetically and spiritually bullied. Now you're wondering why your kids getting bullied at school. You shouldn't have been playing in this chosen one's energy. You opening you and your family up to the same shit that's happening to the chosen one. Because you weren't doing shit right. This shit is dangerous. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. That motherfuckers worried. Look. That motherfuckers worried. They having nightmares. The kids having nightmares. Being chased. Being attacked in the dreams. Being followed in the dreams. Or hurt, harm, and injury in the dreams. Or fights and crazy ass shit tower, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Tower. That's what you get. Okay? God is going to give the energy you put out right back to you. Somebody's under judgment, or they're receiving a tower because that's building on false ground. If you was taking stealing bits and pieces of somebody else's gifts or somebody else's narrative to build yours up, all you did was build yourself up for a fall. The tower, because you weren't building. That's not building on solid ground. If you breaking spiritual laws to get what you're getting, you know what I'm saying. So it means it's gonna have to come down. That means God is bringing this tower. That's the gift, the tower. Give you a chance to start over. Do it right. Build it up right this time. Build on a solid foundation this time. You know what I'm saying? That's what the chosen one had to do. So that's gonna be what you have to do too. You know what I'm saying? If you're the Karmic reader, the chosen one had to build all over again with God from the ground up and build it up right and build it in the upright. That's gonna be the same thing that you have to do if you do want public recognition for your work and success. Because the shit that you did that got you the fake shit that you did to get you the public recognition the first time is gonna come undone. There's a tower. You didn't do it with God. So it's going to come down. Okay? Or you did it in a way which robs God of getting the glory out of your situation and the chosen ones. So you're going to be forced to do it all over again, but in the upright, so that God can get the glory. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, Hierophant. Yeah, this definitely has to do with readers. The Hierophant with the Queen of Cups, that's what I'm talking about. This is readers. You know what I'm saying? That's also them higher ups in the background that was doing work on one chosen one. Okay? And then seeing you playing in their energy, so they come make you an offer and say, do this to that chosen one. Do that to this chosen one. Or I want you to say this in your reading, or do this in your reading to try to affect the chosen one. The higher ups got to using you to try to affect other healers and truth speakers. You see what I'm saying? And God's like, that's not about the right. That's going to have to come down if you want. That's going to have to come down if you want. This is real shit here I'm kicking. Okay, Queen of Swords. Yeah. If you want the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. If you want that shit in the upright, it's going to have to come down. You're going to have to do it all over again right this time. There's no other way. I mean, if you want to be really looked at as a leader, you really want this money, yeah, you really want the legacy, you really want to be looked at as a leader, you're going to have to do it all over again. But this time, right. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, God? And it's going to hurt. And they worried about it. And they've been trying to prevent this tower, knowing that it's going to come. Because of how long they've been doing this shit. Seven of Pentacles. How much they invested in doing this shit. Somebody been trying to do a lot of shit in the background spiritually, or a lot of spiritual work to try to keep the tower. You can't keep the tower from coming. God's bringing it. You can't keep the tower from coming. It don't matter how long you've been at this shit. It's like you've known this for a while now too. Some reader, somebody has known this for a while too. Okay? They've been investing in doing this shit for a while, but they've known for a while there's going to be a tower. Like, you know, the swords is knowing. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? Yeah, the tower is coming, and you know that. You know it. Ain't no use of crying over spilled milk. Let the tower fall. You know what I'm saying? That's justice. It's justice for you and the chosen one and the truth speaker. God's trying to protect you from what these evildoers is doing in the people energy that you've been playing in. You don't know how many people is in that chosen one's energy going up after them. God is trying to protect you and protect your children. You see what I'm saying? That's justice for you and for them. Okay? Yeah. Because they over there trying to strong arm that chosen one. They trying to force that chosen one. They trying to put work off on that chosen one and try to gain control of that chosen one. Or they're trying to do work on that chosen one to puppet and control them. You know what I'm saying? They could end up gaining control of your children. You see what I'm saying? God's still trying to protect you. You see what I'm saying? So let the tower fall and build it up upright this time. You see what I'm saying? That's the advice. Okay? So I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, not sorry about having to deliver that. You know what I'm saying? I know that's going to only be for other readers or whatever, but apparently there's other readers that watch. Apparently, I've been seeing God guided me to do this because I've been seeing other readers in my energy. And it's been bothering me, not because of what people choose to do. That doesn't bother me. It bothers me that y'all got kids. I'm an earth angel. That bothers me. If you have children and you be talking about how you went through this or went through that and went through that. You're not going through that alone. That means the kids are going through it with you. That means that I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Shit that I've been through, the illusions that I went through, the dark shit people been trying to do to me, I would not wish it on my worst enemy, let alone if those people have children. I wouldn't wish it on nobody. Okay? So that's the advice. Let the tower hit and then build it back up from the ground up in the upright with God this time. Okay? Much love unto y'all. Peace and blessings unto y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.